Alright, so we just finished recording everything we need for this video, and Andrew wouldn't tell me what we were doing, what the story was, until we were done. So, what are we doing? What is this about?
Okay, yeah, so this happened about 4 years ago. You remember Brendan and David from 2 videos ago? Yeah, this was actually the first time we ever hung out. I'm basically acting as a tour guide, taking these guys on an adventure. I was taking the guys to 2 places. First stop was a treehouse in the middle of the redwoods. I actually already made a video on that, I'll link it below.
Just shameless plug.
Yeah, go check it out.
Link in the bio.
Anyway, so the second place I took them was this abandoned mushroom factory I stumbled across one time while driving along the coast.
Wait, like they make mushrooms? They distribute mushrooms?
I honestly don't know. We just saw a bunch of signs that said mushroom factory and it was clearly abandoned. When we arrived, we parked a short walk away from the compound and made our way towards the tree line. And there are 2 things that become apparent when you first arrive. The first thing is that this place is huge, and the second is there is an unabandoned house on one side of the place. But we couldn't really tell if this was part of the factory or not. As we walked in, we slowly made our way towards the lower layer of buildings, making sure to keep quiet in case someone did still live there. Along the way, we came across all sorts of junk. There were a bunch of junk cars and machinery, and I remember we found some old rusty golf clubs and swung them around as we worked our way into the compound. I led the guys to a ladder that took you to the roof of one building. From up there, you got an incredible view of everything. You could even see the ocean. Next, we made our way towards the upper layer of buildings. And it's here when we started thinking that maybe everything here wasn't abandoned. We climbed through a window into a flooded building. Old paper and parts were strewn all over the place, but there's nothing new about stuff like this inside an abandoned building. The thing that really shocked us was a solar-powered golf cart inside the place.
Was it charged? It was
Yeah, you could turn this thing on.
Oh.
Brendan took it and took it for a short spin, but it was in a garage, so we couldn't drive it around the place. By now we were starting to get a little too comfortable with ourselves. We had been at the compound for about an hour, and throughout our stay, our voices had gone from whispers to practically shouting. As we walked towards the last set of buildings, David hopped up on a trailer. It was one of those trailers where it balances on 2 wheels, and when David hopped on the thing, it rocked kind of like a teeter-totter, which caused it to slam down hard on the ground. And like I said, we were getting a little too cocky. We kind of just laughed this off and didn't think much about it. 5 minutes go by, and we're slowly making our way back towards the garage with a golf cart, when a truck zooms over a hill behind us. The thing seemed like it came out of nowhere. We all panicked. David, Brendan, and I run right towards a set of buildings, and the other 2 guys we were with ran left. We duck inside the hallway of one warehouse, and I see the truck drive by. 10 seconds go by. I peer outside of the building, look left, and don't see any sign of a car. But as I turn back into the building, I see the silhouette of a man walking down the hallway towards us. And I freak out. I'm like, oh shit, run, because I just panic. Running out of the building, we take a sharp right and turn towards the ocean. And standing 20 yards away from us is a pit bull. And I got 2 seconds to decide.
Do you have footage of that?
No, I'm so dumb. Literally, as I look in the hallway and see the silhouette of the guy, I panic, and when I panic, I'm like, oh, run, I turn the camera off. With only a couple seconds to think, I decide the only way to go is forward. To this day, I'm still not really sure why I thought this was the right idea. It was just kind of a reaction, and I guess it worked out in the end. The pit bull gets scared as we charge it, and it backs up and barks. And in this moment, I sprint right past it towards the direction of where our car is parked. Running full speed, I can hear Brendan and David behind me, and I turn to see them. And behind them is the man running after us. And in front of him, nipping at David's heels, is the pit bull. David turns and yells at the dog, causing it to back off. And then I see the owner call it, and together they both run the opposite direction. Out of nowhere, the other 2 guys with us appear, and the 5 of us run as fast as we can towards our car. Now, this is a long distance to go. This compound was huge. And the whole time we're running, I'm expecting a white truck to pull up next to us and try to stop us. But it doesn't. Right as Brendan and David make it to the highway, I realize where the guy went. He knew we had to park somewhere. He was driving to the road. I yell at Brendan and David, and they quickly dive off the road into a ditch. And I kid you not, 20 seconds later, the white truck drives by us on the highway and parks right next to our car. We all start backtracking, making our way back into the compound. We work our way left into a clearing of trees and find a place covered in vegetation to hide. From there, if you climbed up a tree, you could see where our car and the truck was parked. We waited for 20 minutes or so before checking again if the car was still there. And this time, 2 cop cars had joined it.
Wait, so you were just waiting for the cops to go past? Like, how long did that take?
Yeah, we were just hiding for probably like 2 hours. Like, no one was talking, no one was moving, like nothing.
Really?
We sat in absolute silence, barely risking even moving enough to stretch our legs. After an hour-and-a-half wait, the truck and police officer left. We waited another 15 minutes to be certain, then sprinted to the car, hopped in, and pulled away without incident down the coastal road. Hey guys, just wanted to add a few closing thoughts at the end of this video. This all happened a long time ago, and we didn't really deal with the situation as best as you could. Obviously, I've learned a lot since, but this was such a good story that I had to tell it anyways. I hope you liked it. We did our best to get any footage we could to recreate it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Monday.